Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you once again. It's been long awaited. You have been waiting for a while. The suspense has been building up. The aliens are at the door. They're looking for Iguodala to lash in a tree. Space Jam style. We're finally back. We're so fucking back, people. And we're back with a fucking banger. We went to go see this movie last night. Green Suite. IMC. Actually, movies at the Square, I should say. It's not IMC anymore. Apologies. All correct me. Green Suite, movies at the Square. Unlimited popcorn. Unlimited splash. And we saw arguably second best movie in 2024. So far. And it's an MCU film.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking. MCU film. I know you're thinking it as well. MCU film. Owen, they're mid. They're gone. Marvel is trash. They're so back. So I'm gonna ask you, just so the fans at home know. First reaction, straight out of cinema. Do you think Deadpool and Wolverine saved the MCU? One word only. Yes or no? Does it save the MCU?
Hopefully is the word I'd use, because the precedent that this movie sets is a very optimistic one. I mean, we know what the issues of the MCU have been. The whole timeline multiverse bullshit, ending on Kang, all the Disney shows which are clogging up all the vent in our brain, all the useless movies that we need to now see, shows we need to watch, and plot lines that are supposedly connected but they're not. The whole thing of Thanos and what was good is that it's all slowly leading up to something. We don't need to watch everything. Well, the multiverse feels the opposite. It feels like nothing's really connected, but if you miss something, you miss out on everything, which is exactly the last thing you want. And as I said, MCU, it sucks now, especially with the announcement or the controversial, divisive announcement of Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom, which everyone's talking about now. It's so popular, and we'll talk about that maybe today, maybe on a different episode. We'll see. But
look, we can address it on this episode.
We'll address it on this episode.
I feel like this is kind of polarizing at the moment. Now, I will argue. You said hopefully. I think Deadpool and Wolverine does save the MCU, and we will get into this. We will get into this and why I feel it's that way. But the MCU, like you said there, exactly right, hit on the nail on the head. But it's been dirt because there's too much content. It's been oversaturated for so long. There's been shows and movies which I didn't even realize came out, and they're just launched onto Disney Plus. Secret Invasion.
Yeah. Oh god. Don't talk about this.
Loki season 2 is out. It's gone. Nobody watched it. You have shows which the Marvels.
Yeah.
The Marvels came out. When did this come out? There's been so much content being dropped that nobody pays attention anymore. It used to be, like you said there, coming up into Endgame, there was a strict movie list you had to follow or whatever, so you get the complete Marvel experience. All of that is out the window. The timeline is gone. Like now it's like you have to watch Loki season 1 before you watch WandaVision, and you have to watch like it's crazy. It's crazy stuff. Nobody sees the appeal anymore. It feels like they're trying to garnish attention by bringing back like actors and bringing back like big team ups and all that, and it's just not working. It's not working for Disney. It's not working for Marvel. But we have movies like this, which, like this movie, folks, to put it simply, it was amazing. It was amazing. I feel like you'll agree with me. It was a standout film. Best Marvel movie I've seen since Endgame. Big statement to make, especially with No Way Home there. But I think it tops it.
It's the best Deadpool movie. I'm not saying something considering Deadpool 1 and 2 are great movies. And I think it's funny because you think it's Disney, yeah? They're gonna do it, they're gonna do something. Okay, they said it's R-rated, but it's gonna be really R-rated. It's gonna be funny. And it's the funniest one. Deadpool 3, the Disney one, is the best one. It almost doesn't sound right.
It's
but
the
it
most
is.
complete Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most complete Deadpool movie. That's a big statement to make. But it is. It's the most complete Deadpool. Like, it feels the most Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
It's completely wacky. It's out there. It's zany. It's quirky. It's gritty. It's fucking...
But it doesn't overdo it. It doesn't overdo it. I felt like there were a couple of scenes in the other movies where they'd overdo it. Especially in one. And I feel like the balance is perfect because of, obviously, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Like, the balance is phenomenal. The straight man against the funny man. It's perfect. And it is basically a buddy cop movie in a way.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's... Like, you know, seeing Hugh Jackman again is just great. And he's phenomenal. And he's arguably in the best shape of his life. The movie will show it as well. You might think, oh, he looks okay. Oh, the suit looks a bit tight. Okay, sleeves have come off. Okay, and then later on in the movie, you get to fully experience the Hugh Jackman show. And, I mean, it's great. I think the movie, it obviously references the X-Men, the 20th Century Fox, the whole transition, which is still kind of ongoing. Like this is the first X-Men we've properly seen since, WandaVision, which had Quicksilver. Like, this is the first X-Men, Hugh Jackman, we've seen in the MCU, basically. Deadpool and Hugh Jackman. And it's really good. And I think the characters they introduce are phenomenal. We know it's Deadpool. They're going to introduce some characters like Deadpool 1, like Deadpool 2. And I think from now on, just a spoiler warning, just in case you got to this part of the movie, because we will be saying spoilers. The cameos that they have in this movie are phenomenal. And almost they're more than cameos. Like, there are cameos, and they're just character additions, which are great.
Character.
My favourite being a tough choice between Johnny Storm and Blade.
I will always take Johnny Storm in this scenario. Fucking love having
He's
Chris
so
Evans
good.
come back. He's so fucking good. He's so good.
And we forget that. Because we know Chris Evans, in Captain America, he's good. But Chris Evans is a great actor. Because he's funny. He's got such good physical comedy and physical acting. He can make such a douchey goof at times. And that reveal when he comes in the wasteland, in the void, and it's like, oh, it's another multiverse Captain America. Wow, okay, here we go again. And flame on! It's Johnny Storm. And he's just funny. And
he gets his powers taken straight away.
Oh.
It's fucking gas.
And his death scene. Oh, his death scene is class.
Oh, it's absolutely awful. And then the post.
This is might be one of the best post credit scenes of all time.
It is.
Definitely the funniest.
Voted post credit scene.
This is up to it, like Thanos saying, "I'll do it myself."
Fine, I'll do it myself. Fucking purple ass, pink ass.
Yeah.
Thanos. God. No, look, I loved Johnny Storm in this. I thought it was fucking amazing. It was a class cameo to have in. With all the amazing cameos it has, this was arguably the best. I was like shell shocked. I was like, wow, he's really fucking good. And then the whole them constantly referencing him and constantly bringing him back into the mix and all that. I was like, this is it right here. This is peak. The whole fact you think Wade just gotten killed, then the post credit scenes shows no, he actually said, quote me on this.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
God. But folks, this movie is amazing. But look, before we get into it anymore, I just want to get into why this movie could have went so bad.
Yeah, in many ways it could.
Why this movie, folks, put it simply, we grew up watching Deadpool. Deadpool, the IP itself, has taken off in these past few years. He went from a character in the comics who was kind of like a goofball, a meme.
He was a joke. He was a joke.
He was just a joke. He was a joke character. He never he had his own comics, but they never really sold. They were good, but they weren't like, they weren't your Iron Man comics. Mm. They weren't your Thor comics. They weren't your Cap comics.
Not
Spider-Man. Not Spider-Man. Not anything. It wasn't a big bring in. It wasn't a big selling point until the first Deadpool movie came out. The Deadpool IP, ever since the first movie came out, has blown up. Mm-hmm. Deadpool became a worldwide known name overnight. Deadpool comics, you can look this up right now, 100 times in sales mm-hmm. when the first Deadpool movie came out, because people couldn't get enough. People they were first introduced to this character. I was only 15 years old when the first Deadpool movie came out. 15 years old. Couldn't even go see it in the cinema. I had to watch it on Showbox at home. Mm-hmm. And I remember this was my first kind of real introduction to the Deadpool character. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking to myself, holy fuck, this guy is hilarious. I went on to experience peak comic runs after that. Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. You got Deadpool and X-Force. You got yourself Deadpool versus Thanos. All peak runs. Deadpool and Mistress Death. You have almost mentally collapsing Deadpool. You got yourself zany Deadpool, Lady Deadpool, Gwenpool. Oh, fucking Gwenpool, bro. I fucking hate Gwenpool. Anyway.
Deadpool 2.
But the Deadpool IP really blew up ever since the first movie came out. And then the second movie only complemented that. The Deadpool hype was real. Cable and X-Force became a household name. You have all these side characters from X-Men comics. Negasonic Teenage Warhead, Colossus becoming a family known name. You have
Domino being very popular.
Yeah. Domino being extremely popular now. All because of Deadpool. The Deadpool effect was real. He was one of the select few characters. Of course, you have Watchmen, you have stuff like that, but R-rated superhero movies, and there was a cry out for it. Mm-hmm. And I feel everyone's biggest fear with Disney taking over Fox was that Deadpool was going to become 12, it was going to become 12A. And you can't have a Deadpool movie which is 12A.
And it's going to become quippy, Marvel jokes, old bullshit, which is, it's painstaking. You're sitting there going, oh my god, stop talking. And think about it. Think about Thor Love and Thunder. So, Thor 3, a funny movie. It's not, mainly comedy. It's great action scenes, very emotional at times, great drama scenes, but it's known to be Taika Waititi. He's a funny guy. And then you have Thor 4. And that's the wrong side of Disney humor. It's every scene is funny, nothing is serious, everything is a joke, the villain is a joke, the main plot is a joke, the Thor himself is a joke. He's a bitch. And it doesn't work. And you look at Deadpool 3 and you're looking, they're just gonna do it again, aren't they? Something's gonna go wrong. And nothing does. And I think the first scene sets it perfectly. The opening scene is a phenomenal fight, which is bloody, it's gory, it utilizes Logan's dead adamantium body, and he's using different bones to kill TVA agents. And the fighting, the choreography is great, and the cinematography in fights, you can definitely tell it's much better than Deadpool 2, particularly 1. 1 is very crude, and even Marvel movie, you think of Ant-Man 3. That was an awful movie, but the fights, nothing to talk about.
No, absolutely nothing.
The fights are so enjoyable to watch. You can watch them forever. And I think I want to touch on how it could save MCU. Obviously, you're talking about how quality-wise is better. I just want to talk about actual money-wise figures. So, Deadpool 1 and 2 both earned $780 million box office in total, cumulative each. And recently Marvel has had issues, Disney itself had issues, with movies flopping, with Wish and all that. All these Disney shows are flopping as well. And then Deadpool 3, in a week that it's been out, it's got 590 million in the box office, which is phenomenal. It's the fourth highest grossing movie in this entire year, and it's been out a week. So God knows what's going to happen in a week, 2, 3, month. Like, this proves people, as you said, Deadpool is a household name, and it proves people are willing to come back to Marvel. Because at the end of the day, we all want it to be good. We don't want to see Marvel be bad.
We prayed. I think everyone at home has prayed for this movie to be good. We prayed it was going to be good. I feel like people are scared.
Yeah.
So scared of Disney and so scared of Marvel. And like, I'll touch on a little bit with like creative freedom for the director and producer in this movie, especially. But Disney has had such a chokehold over directors and producers. I feel like that's what like destroyed Thor: Love and Thunder. Like, it just, you can feel Disney's hands on a lot of these properties, and it just doesn't work for them because they try maintain it for a child audience. They try maintain it for this crowd and that crowd. And like, I know for a fact that Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman weren't signing on unless the movie was R-rated. They weren't signing on unless they had creative freedom, and that Kevin Feige, who produced it, had creative freedom, and that the director had creative freedom. And you can truly see the work which was put in. It was fantastic. And like you were saying there, people wanted this to work. They wanted this to work so bad, and it's only made 580 in a week. It's crazy. But anyway, go on.
Oh yeah, that was basically it. But it's just like, it's financially, it's such a, it shows Disney, hey, like, all this other shit, the Marvels, Ant-Man 3, all this junk, we don't want that. Ant-Man 3, by the way, box office was 476. So this already, Deadpool 3 already made 100 more than Ant-Man in a week. And Ant-Man's budget was 120 million more than Deadpool's. Somehow. The Marvels got 200 in the box office. That is not even half.
Deadpool, I say as of today, has tripled that.
Oh yeah, and its budget was also higher than Deadpool's. These movies, literally the last two major Marvel movies, were massive flops. Guardians of the Galaxy, which I haven't seen, I heard was good, got 845, which is good, it's a profit. Deadpool nearly has that in a week. Deadpool 3 is gonna beat that.
Deadpool 3 will be in cinemas for the next month. For the next month, I'd say even longer. I'd say next 6 weeks. It's gonna be in the cinema for the next 6 weeks. It's hitting $1 billion. It's hitting $1 billion.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. It's hitting $1 billion. If Inside Out 2 can hit 1.2, you said
1.5.
1.5 bill. Deadpool Wolverine's hitting that.
And it's nearly got as much as Thor: Love and Thunder as well. And Thor: Love and Thunder, by the way, no one knew that was gonna be a bad movie. We were all thinking, oh my god, Christian Bale's gonna be phenomenal. Everyone was thinking this is gonna be the movie. And it's not.
Man, it's gore. It's gore to God butcher.
I mean,
people were hyped for this movie.
I have the gore arc. I cannot believe they butchered the God Butcher arc. It's actually a crime.
They butchered the God Butcher. Oh god. Especially after Ragnarok being such a success. They butchered Love and Thunder.
And I think
it was awful. It was fucking dirt.
So yeah, I think you're right that this movie, the precedent it's set, especially tied in with the San Diego Comic-Con I just said, we haven't seen Marvel on a high like this since No Way Home. And I feel like it might be higher than No Way Home.
I think it's hard.
Because people had issues with No Way Home. No Way Home was huge. Oh, sorry. I think No Way Home was very successful, but since Doctor Strange Multiverse came after that, and that was very mixed. I liked it, but it wasn't great. And a lot of people had a lot of issues with it. Particularly Shang-Chi, Eternals, a lot of people didn't see those movies. Shang-Chi was great, but who saw Shang-Chi, do you know what I mean? Phase 4, this phase has been a crappy phase.
It's been an absolutely awful phase for Marvel and the MCU in general. It's look, Disney will always be a greedy corporation.
Yeah.
We can admit that for a fact. It's always going to be a greedy corporation. Whether it's making spin-off shows which don't work or destroy a plot. Look at Star Wars, for example. The Acolyte.
Yeah.
The showrunners, the producers, and the directors don't have a single fucking clue about Star Wars. No. They don't have a single clue.
But even if they do, look at Boba Fett.
Oh, Book of Boba Fett. Oh, Jesus Christ. The Mandalorian went into a cash grab show.
I mean, the sequels are.
The Star Wars IP is fucked. Yeah. It's gone. It's out the window. Nobody will watch Star Wars anymore. Well, unless they bring out some proper fan service.
Deadpool. Star Wars Deadpool. They're gonna hit the oil pump that is Knights of the Old Republic. They're gonna try and hit that.
Knights of the Old Republic.
They're gonna hit that oil field and they're gonna be like, they're gonna drop a trailer. Some guy looking like not Keanu Reeves, but some guy that looks like Keanu Reeves, looking like Revan, and they're gonna get some famous actor in it, and he'll be back. But Marvel has a chance to actually be good again because the upcoming movies, by the way, we'll get back to Deadpool, don't worry. But the upcoming movies are Captain America, which has Captain America Brave New World, and then Thunderbolts, and then Fantastic Four, and then Blade, which is probably not going to come out, and then Avengers Doomsday, and then Secret Wars. There's probably going to be a couple of movies in between, but these are big movies. Movies that have had research due to the Kang incident.
Oh, God, bro. Kang.
Which, Avengers, what was that movie called? The movie wasn't called Doomsday. It was called Kang something.
No, the Kang Dynasty.
Yeah, it was called Kang Dynasty. But now, and look.
Now it's Doomsday.
I think that Jonathan Majors, for what he did, is an awful person. But he might have inadvertently set into Marvel, the MCU.
I think he saved the MCU. I think he saved it because it would have been another cash grab.
Do you think he pulled like a Joe Biden and dropped down?
Do you think he sacrificed for the greater Marvel good? Do you think he plotted his downfall? Do you think Disney gave him the drink that night and said, hit her?
Disney are like, hey, look, she should be saying all this shit.
Hey, yo, she's definitely cheating. No, we are not laughing at this right now.
Well, look,
we are talking telly.
Jonathan Majors.
Alright,
we will say this. Jonathan Majors had the chance to go one of the biggest actors after being the main villain in Creed 3. And then gonna be the main villain for a whole 2 phases. Because currently this villain and the next phase. And to bottle this bag is actually unprecedented. Unforgivable. I've never seen a bag drop this big.
He was going to be a big name. And he was going to be attached to a lot of projects. And he fucked it for himself. He's gone. He can't be touched now. He's like Amber Heard. He can't be touched in Hollywood anymore. He's gone.
You know, this is worse because Amber Heard's gonna come back in something.
RDJ managed to make a comeback from being a junkie to being the face of Disney. He's the fucking face of live action Disney movies. He is Iron Man. Now he's Doctor Doom. A junkie is able to come back, and you decide, right, I'm gonna go hit. It's so brain dead.
Fellas like trying to practice his Creed 3 moves.
Bro is actually a method actor. This is insane.
Fella is just Diamond, whatever his Diamond Dame or whatever his name. He just is that guy. He just decided, they made that movie based on him. They were like, oh shit, he's just Jonathan Majors guy. Yeah, he just is that guy.
He beats his wife. Yeah, he's a great one to bring it.
Yeah, he's actually gonna be in jail like the guy.
Oh man.
Well, I think we should go back to the Deadpool as a movie in itself, because there's a lot of things I want to touch on. I think because we're talking about the cameos, what I love is like the Blade, the X-Men 3. Because not only they were like actual big characters in the movie, and they were great. It was what's the word? It's kind of just doing justice to these characters that people love, and people might forget. You know what I mean? Like people.
Basically, yeah, it was just bringing out the reject team,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty funny because John Favreau's character Happy Hogan says at the start of the movie, "Do you have any like team ups you do or anything like that? Have you done any team ups?" It's like, yeah, well, I made X-Force or whatever, blah blah blah. And of course, we all know what happened from Deadpool 2, what happened with X-Force.
Mm-hmm.
But I just thought it was great to see characters who I don't even think these are characters who people love. These are characters who people forgot about.
Well, people love Blade. People love Blade.
Oh, people.
But Alexa, like people. When I saw her, I was like, is that no? That's not Electra. I always didn't believe it. Until they said like I'm Electra, I was like, I still couldn't believe it.
I thought it was meant to be Lady Deadpool.
Yeah, I thought it was Lady Deadpool.
She did mention her. Because Nice Pill said, "Oh, Lady Deadpool. Oh, she's smoking." I was like, "Yeah, no, that must be Lady Deadpool."
Because she's smoking.
And it ended up being Electra. I was like, "Holy fuck!" They had Gambit, Channing Tatum, Gambit in the movie, peak, with the weird French accent as well. Fucking peak.
And I love that they brought back all the X-Men. They brought back Toad. They brought back Pyro. They brought back the one with the tattoos that can do stuff. They brought back Vinnie Jones.
And imagine Lady Claw. They brought back Sabretooth as well. A variant of Sabretooth.
Oh, so funny.
Fucking rinsed.
Oh.
People at home have been waiting years for this.
It was so funny.
Look, this movie, I'm gonna say it right now.
Entertaining is just like, could you like I think, I've seen it. We watched The Prestige, I think a week or two ago. One of my favorite movies. I think one of the best movies of all time. And
definitely in the top 5.
And I think it's got a phenomenal intro. I remember in the movie I watched the intro and going, it's completely different to the Prestige intro, but it's phenomenal in its own right. Because it's just entertaining. A movie always doesn't need to be the most drama, the most saddest, the most depressing. If it's just good, it's good. And Deadpool is a great, funny action movie with some serious moments as well. Let's not say.
Oh, it does have serious moments in it. It does, like, it delivers perfectly on what it set out to do, and that was just to make a light-hearted comedic film with actual value.
Well, with like stakes that you kind of believe, because you don't know what's going to happen to these characters. You have no idea watching the movie. Will we ever see all these random side characters in the X-Men again?
Sure, like these are all characters, folks. Just for like reference at home, these are all characters which never, ever would have been brought back.
Oh no.
Nobody would have ever seen like Gambit on screen. That movie was it was gone. It wasn't going to see the light of day. Seeing Gambit on screen would have never happened. Seeing old like classic Blade return never would have happened.
Him going, there's only one blade.
There's only ever one blade.
and looking down the camera. Oh.
This is peak. We never probably we could have, but seeing Hugh Jackman come back for a project, that's insane. Henry Cavill.
Oh, the Henry Cavill
Wolverine.
Henry Cavill cameo is so good.
Chris Evans as Human Torch again. Like who would have said this could have happened in a movie? And for it to work so well, folks, this is a No Way Home. This is fan service done right. This is fan service done right. This is giving people exactly what we wanted, which is something we didn't know we wanted.
Yeah.
That's fan service.
It's not just it's not just the fans said this, we give them this. You give them what they want, but they don't always say.
You spoon feed them, Disney. You spoon feed them shit we don't need. We've had enough of the gloop. We've had enough of the veg. We want to get to the meat. We want to get to the steak.
Yeah, I think people forget that Marvel movies, they're like They were like they were an event. Oh shit, Guardians 1, Guardians 2. Oh shit, Avengers 2, Doctor Strange 1. Oh my god. It's not, oh, it's Marvel's, oh, it is. Like, oversaturation is key. And I think what we see now is, if you look at the upcoming movies, there's so much less of them, you know what I mean? If you look at the Phase 4 has the most movies out of any phase. And it'll have the most shows out of any phase. Because at the end of the day, they hit the level and they really just went overdrive. They hit go. When they really should have just, kept them going on their own pace. Let Sony
you can a normal pace, man.
You can let Sony go crazy, Let Sony go crazy, that's fine. But Marvel, the MCU needs to be... It has a reputation, and it needs to adhere to that, or else Marvel fatigue will occur, and it's going to happen again. But honestly, because you think about it, Deadpool 2 came out 6 years ago. Endgame came out 4 or 5 years ago, in Infinity War. I think people are ready to see some good Marvel stuff, honestly.
I think it's high time. This movie has proved that Marvel fans are still there. They're still prominent, like you said earlier on. Marvel fans are still prominent. People love the Marvel, like people love Marvel. People love Marvel movies. But you have to give them something worth watching. You can't feed them shit anymore. And you can't go onto Twitter and have a look at all these like boards and discussions which say, like Reddit, for example, like, oh my god, I really want to see Tom Holland in like a movie, and I want to see him like do this, and then Marvel just go, okay, we'll give you that. This movie, nobody would have expected all of these fucking like flashback characters, proper nostalgia characters, come back and actually be funny.
No one is going, yeah, let me see Wesley Snipes come back in the Deadpool 3 movie.
Yeah, who would have said this? Who would have said this? We've gone from, like, watching Marvel movies where we genuinely don't even know what the title of the next Avengers movie is going to be. Nobody knew it was going to be called Endgame. There was genuine hype and speculation of what the title was going to be.
I think...
Never mind the trailer.
Literally, we were talking before we went online for the podcast. If you go on r/fan theories and you go by top of all time, all the posters from 6 years ago going Infinity War and Endgame trailers. Remember when the Infinity War trailer dropped? And Hulk was in the trailer, but then it was turned out that it was like they faked Hulk in.
Yeah.
That
was insane.
The length that they went to. Like obviously Infinity War,
because they didn't want to ruin a plot point of Hulk not being able to come out because he's terrified of Thanos. That was peak Marvel. They had the world on stilts. The first 60 seconds of the Infinity War trailer coming out, I think it hit 1 million views.
Oh, event like it's something like never seen before. It's GTA 6 level, like
GTA 6 trailer level. Like it was groundbreaking. Marvel had everyone on road. Everyone. Even non-comic book fans were watching all the MCU movies.
I mean, think about it. Superhero movies, what they were in 2000s. X-Men 1 coming out, Spider-Man 1 coming out. Novelties and then, becoming household names. But the fact that the highest grossing movie of all time is a superhero movie is insane. Well, technically Avatar got it back, but Endgame had...
Yeah, but Avatar had the...
They re-released it 20 times.
Yeah, they re-released it 20 times. They released it in like 5D, 4D, fucking 7D. They had it in like crazy places just to try get the record back.
Endgame just was.
I think it re-released once.
Yeah, but you can't compare it to Avatar. I think it's weird feeling optimistic about the MCU because obviously we could just get slapped in the face. But I think the only reason I have hope is that they stalled. They're hitting the button and they go, look, Kang's gone. Even Deadpool makes fun of the multiverse and he's saying we're basically done with that. They're saying, look, we realised this was not the move let's just go Captain America, reset stuff, Falcon, he'll be cool, Fantastic Four, maybe Blade, Avengers, and see what happens, And we don't know. We genuinely have no clue what's going to happen. And in a good way. Not in a, oh god, what are they going to do with Kang? What even can they do with Kang?
No. Kang is, you see, it's funny, they actually perfectly wrapped up Kang's character in Ant-Man 3. Ant-Man 3, for what was worth, provided one good thing for the MCU.
Yeah.
And that was that they wrapped up Kang. He's now trapped in the quantum verse.
Oh, it's so funny, actually. Paul Rudd overcame Kang.
They've actually wrapped up a multiversal threat in an Ant-Man movie.
Ant-Man, no powers, Ant-Man, no suit. In a fist fight against multiversal ruler Kang.
You're telling me the major threat, the big bad who's coming up after Thanos, gets one movied by Ant-Man. An actual joke. Ant-Man in the comics, folks, just to give you like a little bit of a heads up, Hank Pym was a wife-beater alcoholic.
He was awful.
He was awful person.
His biggest thing, he made Ultron. Hank made Ultron.
He made Ultron. And then you had the Hank Pym Ultron cyborg being, because both of them fused together. And then he even committed some monstrosities. I even think in like the 80s or whatever, Ant-Man was racist.
Yeah, Ant-Man was just
I think he was a racist, wife-beating alcoholic.
Yeah, he was
cheated on Wasp on multiple occasions.
Yeah,
he was just an asshole. He was everything Tony Stark tried not to be. He was Tony Stark if he was never taken up by the Ten Rings. Like, Jesus Christ. Even Tony Stark wouldn't beat a woman.
he was a menace.
Him is going around bashing women. He actually is Jonathan Majors. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, folks, this Deadpool movie,
honestly, if I wanted to say, just watch it. Like, I've heard people being like, Deadpool, I don't know, Deadpool, I heard it, just watch it. You haven't heard anything, just watch it. Too many people nowadays are paralyzed by, what if I watch it and I'm not gonna like it? Well, then you learn something. We watched so many bad movies this year and last year. 2023 was this year? This was a cacophony of bad movies this and last year. But
2023
that's
had
fine.
the worst lineup of movies I've ever. Like, we were literally talking about it earlier on before the podcast, people. It was a nightmare blunt rotation of movies. It was fucking awful.
But
I can't even listen to the bad movies. And then 2024 had Madam Web. We still went to go see it.
Just go, if you think, just go see it. And you'll probably like it. And then make your own opinion on it. And then post it if you want. But you probably won't, because you're a normal person. So I think ultimately, what do we give this out of 10?
Folks, I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm likely to agree with that as well.
9.5. There's nothing really wrong with this movie other than the villains being a bit.
I think, if we quickly want to dip into issues, I think Wolverine's backstory could have been a bit better. I think it was good.
I feel like we needed some scenes.
I feel
we needed to see the X-Men die. Like, we didn't need it to be exposition. We needed it to actually happen.
Or if he was a bit more involved, because if you think about it, Logan probably had a worse life than this Wolverine,
Yeah.
No, obviously Logan redeemed himself in the end, and he had Charles alive, so I guess not everyone died. But I think if there was one thing I'd change is I'd have him do the Logan comics thing, which is his senses were altered and he was fucked with and he killed the X-Men by mistake. Into him being the worst Wolverine of all time.
Yeah, he did say that. He did say that. To be fair, he did say that.
He didn't say he killed people. I mean, he said he killed a lot of innocent people, which I like. So basically, he went on a rampage, just getting angry. And I love that they only show the mask until the end, but even he says, like, he basically said that he puts on the mask for killing people. I thought that was so cool. Like, he basically...
Yeah, no. They do say it, though, that he killed X-Men and Innocent alike.
Oh, okay.
Because Cassandra was like, you didn't just stop the humans, did you?
Oh, no.
And he was like, no. So, I believe there was mutants out there who tried to stop him, and he just massacred everyone.
Yeah.
Because to be fair, who's going to stop Wolverine? There's not very many people.
Not many.
Magneto, maybe. That's it.
Charles.
But I think Charles died. I think that's what they're trying to say.
Yeah, no,
Charles died.
I mean, yeah, if the X-Men are dead, like, fucking Toad ain't doing shit. The Brotherhood aren't doing shit.
No.
Pyro ain't cooking them.
I'm sure that's why he's held with such resentment. And like normal day.
Mm.
That's why nobody wants to serve him in pubs and shit like that, because he went around massacring people.
Yeah, and he probably killed, like, what I'm saying is he probably killed, like Soups as well, probably. And because the Soups probably, like, helped kill the mutants.
Well, if you think about Avengers versus X-Men, they could have just went around and wiped them.
Yeah, I feel like, Tony whips up some fucking mutant laser and starts fucking, genocide.
I wouldn't say it'd be Tony. I would have said, honestly, the Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts come up and they wipe out the X-Men.
Well, the Thunderbolts are weak as shit. Thunderbolts can't do anything.
Bro, you'd have some, like, bullshit, like, story or something like that, that, like, I don't know, like, the boys saw the concocted virus and they start mashing up the X-Men or something.
Unless it's Ghost, because, like, Kitty Pryde basically can kill anyone. So in Ghost powers, yeah, you can basically kill anyone.
Or you could do it, like, that, like, Tony Stark actually set up the Sentinels instead of setting up Ultron, or Ultron hacked the Sentinels.
Yeah, you can do literally.
And then he went off killing the X-Men, and then Wolverine thought it was Iron Man, and thought it was Tony Stark, and then went on absolute fucking rampage. You can do that.
Yeah.
That could work. Still relates to X-Men. You also have Ultron coming back as well. Like, it works.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, well, honestly, apart from that, I basically have no issues with the movie. Like, there's nothing that I'm like, oh yeah, I don't like this. I don't like that.
Yeah, no, I had no issues with it either. I believe it's fan service done right, which is why I rate it higher than No Way Home. No Way Home in my eyes was a 9.3. This is 9.5. Fan service done right, giving us something which we never thought we needed. It doesn't tarnish the Deadpool IP at all.
No,
If
it makes it better.
It
improves
cements it.
Yeah.
It cements it. This is it, like,
it's the feather on the cap, it's the cherry on the cake.
Yep. Cherry on top, cherry on the sundae, everything works perfectly. Hugh Jackman coming back, masterpiece. I didn't know if he was going to survive on screen. I didn't know if he's going to be overshadowed by Deadpool, but no, it works perfectly. They complement each other perfectly. Everything was done to a T. And like that, it brought back a lot of hype.
Yeah.
And the craziest thing about this, folks, is that nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about this movie online. I haven't seen much.
I haven't seen much either, but I think the people are starting to realise, you know what I mean?
I think people are starting to cop on. I think people are scared to watch it, and now they're starting to cop on. Yeah, just one sec. But, yeah, no, that's pretty much it. You just need to go see it. Yeah, right, I gotta head out now anyway, so.
Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in, for watching. The podcast will be back now. We had a little hiatus. We'll come back and better than ever. So stay tuned. We talking about something soon. So you just might. It'll be a nice surprise. But apart from that, thank you very much for watching, and ta-ta.